So YouTube recommended me a video where a YouTuber literally goes on an 8-minute rant, essentially freaking out about one word in a Captain Marvel trailer. We gotta talk about this. Welcome back to the Last Line Show, and if you are new here, I am your host, Boozer is my name, and I am here to give you my thoughts and opinions on the nerdy things that we love. Superhero movies, TV shows, comic books, video games, anime, and more. Now, I know literally right now someone's ready to make a comment saying the shirt you're wearing is not Captain Marvel. And yeah, it is, and it isn't. I know it's DC's Captain Marvel, it's Shazam, but I don't have a Marvel's Captain Marvel shirt, so this is what you're getting today, so don't freak out. I like Marvel, okay? You can tell. So let's jump into what I'm talking about. So I don't often look at videos that YouTube recommends me, just because usually they're not what I actually want to watch typically. Sometimes they are, so sometimes I'll give them a check. But the thumbnail in this video really stood out to me, and the title as well. So I gave it a check. So the video that YouTube recommended me was titled Captain Marvel Rant, Marvel Goes Full Mean Girls SJW by ThatStarWarsGirl. So before I go into details and talk about why I didn't like this video and my problems with it and my criticisms with it, do not send any hate or disrespect or harassment her way. That's not what this video is about. This is just me disagreeing with her opinion. And we've both put our opinions out there on the internet, so it's fair game. So I watched the video and boy, was it a weird take for me personally. Literally the entire video is a rant about one word. And I actually waited a while before making this video because I felt like her reaction was a knee-jerk reaction, and I have a problem with those kind of videos, so I didn't want to make one myself. So it's been a couple days since I've watched it, and I've watched it a couple times to make sure I'm not like missing something. Because at first I thought it was parody, and I thought it was kind of a joke because there's some outlandish things in it. I don't think it is. And the reason why I really made this video is because one thing I really dislike is when people essentially state cases on like why you shouldn't go see a movie or shouldn't like something, but it's often either misleading or really misinformed. And I feel like it's one of those things here, if not both. I'm not saying she's purposely being misleading, but it just really is like a video that riles people up, and I feel like it's just unnecessary. So what was the big fuss about? It was about one word, the word hero. So here's the original clip.
And you're a Cree, a race of noble warriors.
Heroes. Noble warrior heroes.
So Captain Marvel calls herself a hero and interrupts Samuel L. Jackson's character, Nick Fury. Now here's her take on it.
In this trailer, it's obvious that she's got amnesia, and Nick Fury is trying to explain to her, hey, you know what, girl? You were part of this great race of warriors, and basically trying to talk her up. And what does she do? She has to stop and correct him. But no, she has to correct him and be like, no, we're heroes. Just straight up, we're heroes.
She then goes on to explain what makes a hero. Pretty much, we all know that. I'm not going to go through that. We all know what makes a hero a hero. She then continues to be frustrated that Captain Marvel called herself a hero, as it's some kind of slight to Nick Fury and heroes in the world, essentially.
And this is what she does. No. I'm a freaking hero. I'm not a warrior. I'm a hero. If anything, that's... I mean, who just goes out of nowhere and just self-proclaiming, I'm a hero. I'm a hero. Nobody does that.
I don't know. You know who would do that? Maybe someone that's been brainwashed by a galactic alien empire that think they're hot shit, godlike beings like Cassius from Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. Yeah, remember that guy?
My apologies. My servitors are only allowed to hear the voice of their master.
Oh, are they?
I thought he was a god. The alien race of the Kree have probably done horrible shit, but they think they're above every other race. So I can understand why she might think she is a hero. She's probably been trained to think that. I'll get into that more later. But maybe that's why she called herself a hero. She then gets offended that she disrespected Nick Fury, which, again, she knows these characters aren't real, right? Like, she knows, I know she knows they're not real. But in this video, I feel like I can't tell that. Like, I know she's got to know that. But in the video,
Warrior, I'm a hero. It's like, shut the f up. Like, get off your fucking high horse. Nobody should talk to Nick Fury like that. Nobody should talk like that in general.
Like, she got really mad that she disrespected Nick Fury. And quick side note, even if this was if we're going in the fictional realm, that it was like super disrespectful to disrespect this fictional character in this fictional movie. Nick Fury's not at the top of his game at this moment. He was getting ready to hang it up before he met Captain Marvel. He's not top shit Nick Fury until Avengers, which is years after this movie. So even if she was being disrespectful, he's not that hot shit yet. So quick little side note. Again, I'm having trouble figuring out if this is meant to be funny or not. I thought it was, but I think these are her genuine opinions. So she then goes into the personal opinions of Brie Larson and starts talking about how Brie Larson is sexist and all this stuff, and it really comes out in this scene, which again starts going into the SJW realm, and she starts freaking out about that and making a big deal, which is gonna rile up a lot of people, especially if they don't really think things through. Like, it doesn't really make sense. I highly doubt she, one, had anything to do with the writing of this movie. I doubt this was an ad-lib in the middle of the movie. This was probably in the script. A whole team of writers write the script, and they don't care about Brie Larson's personal opinions outside of the movieverse. They're not putting that into the movie. I'm pretty sure this was just a random one line, which, again, I will get into my take on this whole scene, but I don't think this had anything to do with Brie Larson's personal opinions. And again, I'm not a huge fan of her, but I don't think this had anything to do with that. And again, she just makes it this big SJW thing about how she's being sexist. It's all about, you know, her being a woman and being a hero and, you know, screw the men. I don't think that is at all what this scene portrays. But let's keep moving. She then gets pissed at the disrespect again.
You don't get to speak to Nick Fury like that. If anything, out of all the other characters, Nick Fury demands the most respect out of anyone because he's the one that's keeping everything going. So for her to insult Nick Fury like that, get the hell out of here. I hope Thanos whips your freaking ass in the next movie. And I hope that it is glorious.
Yikes! That's gonna be a fucking yikes for me. Holy shit.
She then goes on to talk about how Scarlet Witch and Black Widow do not call themselves heroes and are more heroes than Captain Marvel, which again, they are. I'll get into that later. But again, this was all over, this whole rant, over one interruption of Nick Fury and one word, her calling herself a hero. And the video's fucking done. Eddy Burback, I'm stealing your whisper. I think everyone's gonna do it. So here's my fairly simple take on that one line in that trailer. When Captain Marvel interrupted Nick Fury, who was calling her a warrior, and then she adds warrior hero, we already know by context of this point that she's in a green suit and she's just meeting Nick Fury. So we know she has amnesia and doesn't know about her human life on Earth. We also know that by this scene, she's probably been brainwashed and or conditioned to think that she is a hero. The Kree Empire is huge and massive. And we know that they've done some fucked up shit in the future and the past, all over the place. From, you know, Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and Guardians, we know that they have not done good things. But we also know that they think they are amazing by characters like Cassius and just general context of other Marvel movies. We know that they think very highly of themselves. So it would make sense that whoever her, you know, commanders are have been conditioning her to think that the Kree Empire is doing amazing and she is part of that amazing work, and that they are heroes in the galaxy, and that she is again one of those heroes doing good for the Kree Empire and the galaxy. So between the amnesia, her being brainwashed and conditioned, she probably genuinely does think she's a hero. So the interruption makes sense from a knee-jerk interaction in her brain thinking, oh no, I'm a hero, because that's what she's been conditioned to think. And contextually, if the writers are anyway good, and I'm sure they are, we will probably see her grow throughout the movie, because it seems very early on, and she'll probably eventually see that she hasn't been a hero, and she probably has been a part of some really bad shit, and maybe now she does have to step in, fight against the Kree, and be a hero now. And maybe that scene from the beginning will just showcase again how she thought she was a hero, and by the end of the movie she will know that she wasn't a hero, and now she has to be a hero. She has to try to be a hero. That's just my take. I just think it makes sense that, again, there's nothing crazy important about the hero, you know, interruption. It's just the fact that she's been conditioned and brainwashed, and by the end of the movie she'll probably again realize she wasn't a hero and now needs to stand up and be one. This was my simple take. I could be wrong. I could be thinking way too into this. I didn't take much to think about this, but I don't understand why people jump right into one single word and then make it about some, you know, real life social justice issue, when in reality it probably isn't. And yes, are there social justice issues that get thrown into movies, TV shows, or games, and they get thrown in or shoved down your throat, and sometimes they aren't always done very well, actually often aren't done very well? Yes, Is this one of them? I don't think so. I just don't think it was. I think she was making a big deal out of nothing. And a lot of people agreed though. A lot of people started seeing this and were like, oh my God, I couldn't agree more. This makes so much sense. I'm not gonna go see this movie. And that's fine. Everyone has the right to see or not see a movie. I just think pushing that narrative that there's an SJW issue when there's not, it just really gives movies bad press, and it also gives the industry knee-jerk reactions as well, because they freak out thinking they did something wrong when they really didn't. And it just makes big deals out of nothing. Again, nothing issues. So again, that's just my opinion. I felt the need to talk about this. I don't know. It just, again, bothers me when people use their influence and their platforms to either mislead or misinform, whether they're doing it on purpose or not. I just don't like that. I just felt this was a bad take. That's just my opinion. I don't think this YouTuber is a bad person in any way. Again, don't send any hate. I just disagree with this point, and I gave you my counterpoint. So, love to know your guys' thoughts. That was a wild ride of a video. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, leave a like, subscribe for more. And if you guys have any thoughts, leave them down in the comments below. I'll talk to you more down there. So that's it for me. Keep being nerds and keep defending the nerdy things that we love.